Hello everyone, it's Blue Tang.
And Long Fang.
And today we're talking about our pets.
And stupid and funny stories with them.
So let's introduce you to our pets.
So the first one we're going to be talking about is Louie. There's not that many interesting stories with him, but he's a chameleon, cute little guy. I have a first story of when we first got him. So we opened up the box, he looked up at us. He looked at us like, "What are you?"
Yeah, I wasn't very happy. Chameleons are not animals that aren't like dogs, very friendly.
They get very nervous.
Yeah.
You shouldn't handle them a lot.
Yeah.
Here's a funny story. So one of our cats that we'll introduce later in the video, Ozzy, so Louie was out of his cage and he was walking around and he climbed up onto this table. And Ozzy scared Louie so much. See, when they get scared, they like flatten out and make a big leaf. He was doing this so much that he was almost a circle.
He was like a full-on leaf mode Louie. He like gained 3 times his sizes and one big hiss.
Also, most of the time you see cartoons and stuff where chameleons usually have their tails curl up, right? That means they're scared. Very unhappy.
Yeah, they do attack bigger. Chameleons' whole gist is basically they puff up anything they can. They put their tongue in the bottom of their jaws to puff that up too, and will hiss as loud as they can to scare off other male chameleons and territorial reasons, to be like, I'm bigger and better than you, and to scare off predators to confuse them. Another funny story is our cat Sam thinks this poor thing is a toy, which is a different cat we'll introduce in a different section of the video. So he'll try to bite Louie, like try to play with him. Because of that, Louie's okay with Ozzy. He just kind of got frightened by him that one time. But he hates Sam, like absolutely with the passion of 1,000 suns.
Louie, I have 2 other stories to share with you. So the first one, it was during Christmas and we had opened some toys. And there was this one thing, this little ball from a toy. And Louie thought it was fruit, since chameleons, they actually do eat plants sometimes. So Louie tried to eat it. He also tried to eat a creeper stuffed animal.
Thought it was grass or edible plants.
Something. Also, one last thing. So Blue Tang over here, I was holding this doll once, and she thought it was Louie.
I accidentally knocked it down, and because I thought it was Louie, I went, ah, and like made a scream, and then our mom,
laughing and crying.
Yeah, our mom and Long Fang were so confused what I was going on about, and then I explained I thought it was Louie because I couldn't see the doll, and the way she was holding it, it was kind of a greenish color. And so I thought it was Louie. It turns out it's just a doll. And then we started laughing. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Louie.
Next pet group is cats. First cat we'll say is Henry. I guess we'll get him in the order we got them.
Yeah, so Louie technically is actually one of our more recent pets. But Henry...
Louie deserved first because he looks like a dinosaur, and dinosaurs are like dragons.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And basically, Henry is a big, floofy, attention-seeking little brat. He'll bite you if you don't give him attention. If you give him the wrong type of attention, he'll bite you. He'll attack you to get attention. He'll meow at you to get attention. If you're in the room right next to him, he's too lazy to go to you. Meow, 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 till you give him attention. And if you call his name, meow, come to me, I'm too lazy to go to you, give me attention.
He yodels at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
to get attention. So, first story, it was one of the earlier ones. So, our dad was sitting in the bathtub, and Henry decided to waddle on in and tried to poke at the water, got so scared by it that he fell in and then clawed onto our dad's back.
He raked down and then ran out, this wet mess. And then Dad had nice long claw marks going down his shoulders all the way down his back.
Yeah. Every time he throws up a hairball, our dog Lucksa eats it.
Yeah, it's another thing. Another time, I was in my room, and he likes to do this thing where he'll come into your room and try to get you to go to the big master bedroom where there's a big bed. Mm-hmm. And he wants to get pets and lay down in the bed and pet him. And he can be very annoying. He wanted to leave the room, so I'll go and open the door. One time I was drawing and he did this. And then he just would enter back in and be like, meow. And I'll be like, Henry, I'm not leaving. I'm drawing. And so then I would go back to drawing and then open the door because he wants out again. And it's just a continuous cycle until I finished the drawing and finally left. And then he realized I wasn't going to go to that bedroom. Now, the next cat, let's talk about Ozzy.
Ozzy. So Ozzy, he's super mean to anybody he doesn't know.
But very loving to people he doesn't know because they give him food.
Mm-hmm.
So one time, I went downstairs in the basement, and I told Ozzy, go find Sam, and I'll get you guys some wet food, and I had a can of wet food. It was just open. And so he looked at me, and looked around, and then looked at me again, and said, meow. And I said, no, Ozzy, look around some more. We looked around some more, looked back at me, and went, meow. And then I said, no, Ozzy, go walk around and look around. So he walked around like a few inches, looked around, walked back to me, and looked back up at me and said, meow. And I said, Ozzy, fine, you can have your wet food. Turns out Sam was upstairs. But yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, cats will understand you. They're like 2-year-olds forever.
Yeah. Except not as annoying, because they don't scream, they instead just meow. And hiss at you if you're a little annoying to them. But Sam
the cat. Oh gosh. So he likes everybody, but he also has like little wrestling matches with Ozzy.
And he likes licking Ozzy, and he kind of can get very dirty, so we have to give him baths a lot. Unlike Ozzy, he can't keep himself clean for some reason. He likes to get poop all over his butt, so he's smelling. We have to give him a bath. And him and Ozzy were good pals, but it used to not be like that, because whenever we first got Sam, we brought him home, and Ozzy was not happy. He hid from us as much as he could. He would only come upstairs to get food. That was it. He was not happy about Sam.
Recently, we bought this little dangly toy. It had little fluffy strings and little puffballs at the end. He ate all the puffballs except for one, which he tore off, and he tried to eat the strings.
So we had to throw it away. And then we recently found one of the puffballs that he was playing with. And he likes to eat a lot of stuff, and he's fat, but Ozzy is skinny because he likes to take the food from Ozzy. So he recently started having to pull back Sam from the food. Now let's get into the dogs. Let's start first with Chewy.
So Chewy, there's not many stories about him. He's an old dog. He's about like 12.
He's 14.
14. Yeah, so Chewy, old dog. There's not much to say about him. He'll growl if he wants food, water, or to go outside.
So he'll let you know. He's pretty good about that. Also, he likes to just lay around and get some pets once in a while, and lay around to kind of keep an eye out on his humans. It's really much. He doesn't normally get into trouble or anything. But now let's get to Lucksa.
Oh, Lucksa. Little bundle of energy. She's fat, fluffy.
Except she has a tendency to kill squirrels.
She almost killed a squirrel, but we rescued it.
And killed another one while we're on vacation.
But she didn't eat it.
Yeah, she just left the carcass there. And so there's rotting squirrel carcass whenever we came home, because we had someone taking care of her. She also
tried to kill rabbit.
Yeah, except she's not fast enough. She's fast enough to catch a squirrel, but not a rabbit.
Not a rabbit. Lucksa, she's a good dog. She likes to lick your face, especially blue tanks for some reason.
Yeah, and she also enjoys barking at the slightest little thing, because Chewy will start barking and then she continues it on, and they'll continue egging it on until we stop it, which can get annoying because her barks are loud.
Mm-hmm.
I have one last story to do with Lucksa. And it is, one time I went downstairs and there was like some pizzas out, and that was due to my older sister leaving it there. So I just left it there and went back upstairs. And then, later in the day, I'm playing on the Switch and Luke's is there, and I pet her and she tries to bite me because she obviously has a piece of pizza, but I didn't know that, and I lifted a pillow, there's a piece of pizza. Then later, I thought she was done with it, and she wasn't. I was petting her, and then she tried to bite me again. I'm like, Lucksa, really? It's just a pizza. But yeah, she's kind of insane at some points, but that's it. That's really all you need to know about her pets, so... Bye!